Season 5 has started, and that means the An-94 has finally been released. This will be my Gunmaster video where I break down the stats and let you know what you can expect from this weapon. This is by far one of the weirdest weapons in terms of how it performs that we have. After I go through the base stats and talk about damage and all that, I'll go over why the base stats don't tell the whole story, and why this gun may actually be one of the best in the game right now, so stick around to the end of the video. If you like my approach to breaking down weapon stats, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and comment so you can join the conversation. So first up, let's talk about damage. This has 4 damage profiles at 4 different ranges. These are actually a bit tricky to test, or it would have been done much sooner, but I assure you this is correct. The first damage range extends out to 21.5 meters, and this is where you will have a 3-shot kill to the chest and head. The stomach at this range doesn't give you quite enough for a 3-shot kill. They even made it a point that you can only deal 99 damage with 2 stomach shots and 1 chest shot. 1 headshot will reduce the shots to kill from 4 to 3 no matter where you hit them with the other 2 shots. Out to this range will be a maximum of 4 shots to kill. The second range will extend out to about 34.5 meters. This range has the potential to drop down to a 5-shot kill, but if you hit at least 2 stomach shots, it should be a 4-shot kill, and 1 headshot will guarantee a 4-shot kill minimum. The third range extends out to 43 meters, and this is where a 5-shot kill will start to become more common unless you mix in chest and stomach shots. 2 stomach and 2 chest shots equals exactly 100 damage. Once again, a single headshot will guarantee a 4-shot kill minimum. The furthest damage range past 43 meters is where you really need to go for chest and headshots, because the damage drop-off makes this a common 6-shot range. Mixing in 2 stomach and 3 chest could get a 5-shot kill, but a single headshot at the furthest range will guarantee a 5-shot kill minimum. In regards to the 3 barrel attachments, the factory 330mm will reduce your damage ranges by about 23%, the VLK barrel will increase your damage ranges by about 20%, and the factory X 438mm barrel will give you about a 37% increase across all damage ranges. Now, if you've seen other guides on damage stats for this weapon that have the furthest chest damage at 25 instead of 21, unfortunately, those are incorrect. The nature of the An-94's firing modes make it impossible to fire 1 bullet at a time. We have to always fire 2 or more shots, and that means if you hit a chest shot and the recoil bounces up and causes a headshot, that damage could look like 50, divide it in half, and you get 25, hence the simple mistake. Next up, let's talk about rate of fire. This is very close to the AK-47, sitting at about 584 rounds per minute. Now, I intentionally left out the hyperburst function when calculating that. That 584 is the rate of fire following those initial shots. Speaking of the hyperburst function on this gun, it's actually a little weird. The initial shot from each trigger pull fires a rapid 2-round burst before recoil is felt. When you select single fire, it'll actually be a 2-round burst, but if you select full auto, the first 3 shots will fire faster. Yes, I said first 3 shots. At first I was confused by this, but then I realized that they have essentially just inserted an additional shot in between the first 2 rounds when you fire to create this hyperburst functionality. So while the first 2 shots are fast, the frame times on the first 3 shots actually end up being about twice as fast as something like the first 3 shots on an AK-47. This hyperburst ends up firing at about 1,028 rounds per minute, and that's really fast. Its aim down sight speed is around 250 milliseconds. That's measured from the moment the crosshairs start to contract to the point when the screen has zoomed in all the way. There's always a bit of additional animation after you've zoomed in, but your weapon is considered aimed in before that finishes and you'll be accurate. Finally, we have a look at recoil. Now, first up is a simple demonstration of what the recoil looks like on the weapon without attachments. I know, it's pretty ugly, but still not that bad. As soon as we start to throw attachments on it, you can tighten this recoil up really fast. I haven't even fine-tuned my attachments for the An-94 yet, but even with just a commando grip and a long barrel, this becomes very accurate, and it's also fairly easy to control. Now is the part of the video where I explain exactly why this gun may look average when considering its stats, but it's actually quite the contender for the #1 weapon. It all lies within that hyperburst function. This activates whenever you pull the trigger. It doesn't matter if you have a fresh mag in it or not. You get that huge 1,000 plus rounds per minute for the first 3 shots. This has the potential to get a 3-shot kill within exactly 7 frames, or roughly 117 milliseconds. That's right, a 117 millisecond time to kill if you land those 3 shots. But this potential exists at all times because it's good for every single trigger pull. When I get around to making a Warzone guide for the An-94, I'll talk about the implications there, but it'll be a similar situation. We might have a new meta on our hands because this gun is actually quite amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.